It's Sunday and I've been slacking off on my homework. I know I should be doing it. But I've been spending the afternoon, watching YouTube, just soaking it all in. And I keep hearing a theme coming up. And I mentioned it in my Sex Before Marriage video. How everybody is, or a lot of people are saying how bad society has become and how corrupt, how much violence there is in the world, and it's not going the way it's supposed to go, and how horrible it is. And I've heard not quite as many people say how great it was way back when in the good old days, but there's still a few that are saying it. I don't think they're realizing where they live and what time they live in. When people speak of the degradation of society, I wonder where they're getting their previous ideas of society. A lot of people have an idea of what the perfect world should be, and not realizing that there's never been a perfect world. Right now, even with as horrible as things are, with all the information that we can see on the internet and through the news, the biased news, but it's the information we get through the news and different sources of information. Yeah, it's horrible. There's a lot of horrible things that are going on. But this is the most perfect society, the best world that there's ever been. There's never been a better society before us. Rome had its issues. Greece, all the other major empires, Egypt, they were great empires, great fallen empires. Did any of them have indoor plumbing like we do now? Hot and cold running water? These are great advancements, and they're still just things, but they also had sacrifices at the altars, sacrificing people, taking out of hearts, crazy things that, for the most part, are unacceptable to the majority of people. You still got some, fringe benefits, or you still got some fringe groups that do some pretty funky stuff. But in general, this world is fantastic. I wouldn't want to exist in any other time or any other place. Well, Sweden's pretty nice, but I'll stick with USA for now. But it's better than it's ever been. I have central air. I have a computer. I have a portal that I can ask any question that I want and get an answer. Get a plethora of answers. And I get to choose which one makes the most sense to me. I don't think there's been a time ever in history, in fact, I know there's never been a time in history that we've had this ability. Not everybody has it. Of course, there's still third world nations, and there's always going to be people with less things than other people have. But if you look at the top portion, it's absolutely amazing. If you look at the middle portion, the middle class, what the majority of people have, they're living better than the kings of 100 years ago. The kings back then didn't even have access to the pleasures that we do now. Memory foam, viscoelastic memory foam beds. Kings would have wiped out other nations to get one of those. So I don't know why they're thinking that society is crumbling and degrading and going backwards. Society is the way it is, and it's better than it's ever been. That's not to say we shouldn't complain and fight against the bad things that are happening. Steven Pinker, again, I've mentioned him in the previous video, goes on about the myth of violence. But people continue to bring up in videos, and people I've talked to, how much or how bad society is and how it's crumbling. And we're better off than any society has ever been in the past. I don't know if I can say that enough. I've actually probably have said that enough. If someone out there can tell me a way that society is worse now than it was, say, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, if the violence is greater, if the atrocities are more extreme than they were in the past, I would love somebody to tell me and prove me wrong, or to set me straight, I suppose. But I don't think that anyone can. I mean, especially if they're sitting in front of their video camera, sending me their link over the internet, telling me how much worse it is around the world. I'm not sure if I would buy it from you, but I'm willing to learn.